Good morning. Hello. How are you? What is happening? I am your pal Hal. You are. We are live on Backchannel. I hope you had a great weekend. We are going to be with you for the next 2 hours, and we are going to be having a little bit of fun. Maybe a lot of fun. So, we're going to be talking about some news. We're going to be talking about pop culture. We're going to talk about the football weekend. I mean, some crazy stuff went down. And I want to welcome everybody that's listening. And I want to welcome the first timers who are hanging out with us. James in California, Ty in North Carolina. Welcome to Backchannel. Again, I am your pal Hal, aka Hal Rudnick. We are going to be live for the next 2 hours, and it is 11:03 on the West Coast in our home office in Los Angeles, California. It's 2:03 on the East Coast. We'll be with you till 4 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 1:03 in Omaha, Nebraska. So I am looking forward to hanging out, talking with you, getting your feedback. Also, you are part of the show. The show is powered by you. So your comments, your reactions, I want to know what you're up to. I want to know, how was your weekend? Did you watch any football? Did you watch any programs? Did you watch any shows, movies? Let us know. And let us know what you're up to today. I want to hear from you, whether you're hanging out at home, just doing nothing. Are you working from home? Are you in the middle of a Wordle? Are you going down a Wordle rabbit hole? Everyone is. Pardon me. I just had a bright light, gremlins. There we go. Yeah. Are you on the Wordle train? Are you just agnostic when it comes to Wordle? I'm feeling the Wordle. I enjoy a good word game, and like so many others, I've got Wordle fever. So let us know what's going on with you. Hopefully your week hasn't gone completely off the rails yet. Are you in a Garfield mood where you hate Mondays? Or are you welcoming Monday with open arms? I want to know. And you can talk to us a couple different ways. Use the name, get your smart device's attention, talk to your in-home smart device, and then use the magic word say, and then plop in anything after that. So, smart device, say, I'm working from home. Smart device, say, oh, I'm snacking on some cold pizza. Smart device, say, I just ordered a fresh hot pizza. Or anything, not even pizza related. I'll accept it, but pizza related info is always great. Or you can go to YouTube and chat with us there. Also, feel free to go to backchannel.tv. Backchannel.tv, and you can chat with us, and you can also leave a review, leave some sort of comment about the Your Pal Hal show. You can say more pizza talk, less pizza talk, or Your Pal Hal includes the perfect amount of pizza talk. Shout out to Peru. Wow, all the way down in the beautiful country of Peru. Our friend Grass Puddle. Hope you're staying safe down there, Grass Puddle. Is this are you there? Tell me again. Are you there for work? Are you there for vacation? Or is it like a combo meal? Either way, love having you here. Thank you for being a part of the Your Pal Hal show. Karen joined the stream. Welcome, Karen. Thank you for being here, everybody. Like I said, we're going to be talking some news, some pop culture, a little bit of going to touch on the football weekend, and also going to have some goofs and gags along the way, and helping keep the show on course, keeping us headed in the right direction. Couldn't do it without our friend, Producer Travis. Producer Travis, what is happening? What is happening?
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you here. Pardon me while I adjust. I had a little green screen and lighting episode right before we went on. That's the
No
best time
problem.
for that to happen, right? Right before you go on.
Yeah. Why not?
There we go.
Up to
I
the
think
minute.
everything's looking good.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like, you know what? I could not get any more handsome right now. I am
No, not in a million
very
years.
pleased. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Dashing.
Perfect. What do you think? Just
Perfect.
the lighting.
Oh, it's
Oh,
all there.
yeah. We're getting it down to a science.
We're getting it down to a literal science.
I feel like my skin, it doesn't look like I have a sickly pallor due
No,
to
I'm no
poor
longer
lighting.
concerned for your health.
Like, oh, why is Hal looking pale and or translucent?
Yeah, those are the days.
Travis, tell me about your weekend, pal. What'd you get up to?
Oh,
Pop yourself into the big screen. Put me down in the corner so I can
all
take a
right,
bite of
sure, why
banana while you're talking.
not? um, oh, the universal usual. Watched a fair amount of very exciting football, which I know we're going to talk about.
Hmm.
Outside of that, just did some work, and the days really flew by. Oh, on Friday night, it was one of our old roommates' birthdays. We were going to go to some batting cages, but they were closed. So instead, everybody just they did a power hour while watching the first Jackass movie, and I just looked on in utter terror. It
All
was a
right.
good time.
So, for everyone who's not in college right now or living with a house full of 20 something dudes, tell us what a power hour is.
So this is something that I never partook in. So I was educated in the moment as well. A power hour is where you are watching. Well, you don't have to. You can just be doing anything. The thing is, over the course of an hour, you're going to take 1 shot, 1 ounce of beer every minute on the minute.
Oh boy.
That's the game.
How many beers does that add up to?
Cans, I think it worked out to about 6 or 7, depending.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So 12 ounces in a can. So 12 minutes, 5 times 12. So it'll be 5 beers.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
5 beers in an hour. That's a lot. That is a lot. I
It's
don't
a lot.
drink nowadays. Um, my if I'm going to drink beer, I'll probably have two. If I'm going to go for it, maybe three or four. I've turned into a little bit. I've become a little more reasonable in my old age. It's you know what. I would be down to do a power half hour. I would try a power half hour.
Power half hour. Nice power
No,
30.
a power 15 minutes. A power
Yeah.
quarter of an hour.
I'm gonna have one
So,
beer.
yes.
Uh,
So you did not participate.
no, goodness no. That would have
Yeah. I know you've
that
told
would
me
have
you're
torn me asunder.
you like to you're a little bit more easygoing when it comes to throwing them back.
Yeah, 100%. That would have absolutely
Right.
ruined me, tip to tail. So I just got to hang out and watch everything watch everybody disintegrate in real time, which is its own joy.
Sure. Wild
Yeah.
Jackass played the first Jackass movie.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy Jackass. I've seen a couple of the movies. They all kind of start to run together for me. The
Absolutely.
last one, what's that?
I said yes, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
agree. And then we ended
Rob
up we watched
Schaefer's
the
in the
first
house, by
one.
the way. Shout out to our
Ooh.
pal Rob Schaefer.
We watched the first
Uh,
one, and then we watched the Eric Andre, Lil Ray Howery Bad Trip from the same Jackass producers that we hadn't seen before.
Very funny movie.
Yeah. It really interesting how they did that kind of half narrative, half real prank thing. Tiffany
Absolutely.
Haddish
So
brought heat in that.
yeah. What was the last thing you said?
Oh, Tiffany Haddish was just bringing heat
Oh,
that
she
whole
brought heat.
time.
Yeah, she did. Tiffany Haddish was excellent. Bad Trip, which is it on Netflix or Hulu? Netflix,
That
right?
Netflix, yeah, that was Netflix
Yeah.
watch.
Bad Trip, very funny movie. You could do a lot worse than spending your night watching Bad Trip after you've done a power hour.
Yeah, honestly.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love Eric Andre. I love the Eric Andre show. on Adult Swim. Thing about that show, it just like takes all the tropes and elements of late night talk shows and just skewers them, just like puts
Yeah.
them in a blender and has does whatever it wants with it. So it's sort of familiar. It's like that's a late night talk show if done by like maniacs, and it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Very nice, Travis. Grass Puddle chiming in. I travel for work, get to meet people, and eat lots of local food. Local food. That's, Grass Puddle. Dare I say, you live in the dream. You're living the dream. Traveling for work and getting to do cool stuff and just like taste different cultures. Fantastic. I love it. I've been blessed enough to be able to go to some exotic locales for work, and yeah, I like it. I like it. By the way, I got to mention about our friend Rob Schaefer. Real quick, Rob Schaefer coming to us from the great state of Nebraska, Omaha, to be specific. If you find yourself in some sort of legal quandary, a bind, you've committed a major crime, you've been accused of a crime, or you just have some legal issues to sort out, paperwork, contracts, a divorce proceeding, whatever it is, Rob Schaefer is your guy. If you find yourself in the greater Omaha, Nebraska area in need of legal counsel, you can do no better than Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. There he is, Rob Schaefer, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal Show. Hopefully we do not need to enlist his services because not that he wouldn't do a great job, but I just hope we stay out of legal trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, I don't want to get sued. Travis, I got to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Grass Puddle. You should try Amaz in Lima. There you go. There you go. Whoa. A nice suggestion there. Very nice. If you are in the I guess the capital of Peru, Lima, try Amaz. Travis.
Yes.
I ate some chicken this weekend that was out of sight. It was just so good. So my wife and I, I'm a real wife guy. We decided to order some Thai food last night, and we were going to try a new place because we were a little bit bored by the place that we had been ordering from.
Mm-hmm. And where was that? Just so I'd try to keep a running map of Thai places that people like.
So say again.
What was the place that you had gone to that you got tired of? I try to keep a running map of all the good Thai places.
This place is worth it, but it was just like, we've eaten there so much. Let's try something new. So, Toy on Sunset.
Oh yeah, Toy's great. Yeah. Love it.
Toy's very good, but we've eaten there so much. We were like, we have been eating there for like 4 or 5 years since we first met. Our very first date, we went to a bar, and then we went to Toy after we met in this bar on our internet date. We met the old-fashioned way on Bumble.
Nice. Bumble success story. Few and far between. Good for you.
Yep, we you know what? Worked for us. So we tried a place called Ruam Mitra. RUAMMITR. RUAMMITR. And fairly, basic order, but there was this garlic chicken, this fried garlic. It was like garlic chicken wings, I think it said. So I was expecting these little wings. What we got were these giant pieces of fried chicken that were delicious. It was unbelievable. It's like I would expect this quality of fried chicken and tasty garlic fried chicken from like the place should be called Garlic Fried Chicken. It was unbelievable. It was so big. The crisp crust on this chicken, the fry was just thick. It felt like, eating this chicken might be an on-ramp to a cardiac incident. But
Wow.
isn't isn't that the best fried chicken? Isn't the
Yeah.
best fried chicken going to like the meat was like good, tender, and the chicken was just so. I'm like, must repeat, would repeat. I took pictures of this chicken. I don't know if these pictures are going to translate as I hold them up to the camera here. Um, like
What was the name of the joint again? Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Ruam Mitra.
Ruam Mitra.
Ruammitr.
ITR. And let me see if I can pull this up just in general. Whoa.
That the chicken, like I was fixing myself a plate and my wife had already started eating the chicken, and I had never heard her make the degree of
Ooh.
yummy noises.
Ooh.
I had I had never heard my wife make those yummy eating like savory noises.
Look at
Oh,
this.
yeah. Is that like a chicken sampler platter
I
or
think
something?
so.
It it was out of sight. Now the meal got a little unhealthier than I had hoped for, but damn it, it was. And you better believe some of that. I'm having some of that for lunch today. You
Dang.
better believe it.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's in the fridge. Rob Schaefer and Grass Puddle are chatting about cuisine in Peru. They're talking about a Michelin-starred restaurant, Amaz, and then if it's in Miraflores, I think they closed. COVID has taken out a lot down there, says Grass Puddle. Very nice, very nice. Trading some Peruvian culinary suggestions. But if you are in Los Angeles and want some delicious Thai flavored chicken, Ruam Mitra. Oh, where you been all my life? So damn good. So damn good. Travis, the chicken and the football highlight of the weekend. We're gonna get to the
Great weekend.
We're gonna, yeah, I mean that's
Sounds like it.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
That's ideal. Rob chiming in. The chicken looks amazing. Yeah, it did not disappoint. So every day, including Monday, we will dive into the Twitter sphere, launch headlong into the Twitterverse, and talk about some trending topics. Trending topics in the Twitter sphere. All right, so the Ukraine is trending, and not for good reason. Russia is standing at the doorstep of the Ukraine. UN forces are amassing as well, and there's a real crap storm going down there in Eastern Europe. Travis, Putin is like he's like Tom Petty.
Won't back down.
He won't back down. Yeah, won't back down. Yep, that's it. That's it. There you go. Biden to speak with European leaders to discuss Russia-Ukraine tensions. Let's read that little blurb there. U.S. President Joe Biden will speak with European leaders on Monday to discuss the ongoing tensions between Russia and Ukraine, including Russia's military buildup on Ukraine's borders, the White House said. This comes after the U.S. ordered the relatives of its embassy staff to leave the Ukraine. Yeah, clearing out the embassy, citing fears a Russian invasion could come at any time. UK officials also announced that about half of its embassy staff working in Kyiv will return to the UK. Russia has denied it is planning an invasion despite massing troops along the border and seizing Crimea from Ukraine in 2014. There you go. So I want to scroll down and see if there are any other tidbits. A Ukrainian politician whom British government has accused of conspiring with Russia to take over the country has called the allegation an absurd but very damaging fantasy, and he will take legal action. Okay, so yeah, this is not great, and the State Department is ordering families of all American personnel at the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv to leave the country. So more sanctions, more the Ukraine. They're saying that Putin is kind of like he's pushing all of his chips in the table into the middle of the table here. It almost will be too like he could lose face now if he does not go through with something, which is horrific. And they're saying that potentially he would install a leader who is more sympathetic to Russian goals and aspirations for the Ukraine. Take the current Ukraine leader out of there, uninstall him. He was the guy who was mixed up in the whole Trump running some sort of shadow Ukraine foreign policy with the inept Rudy Giuliani as as his eyes and ears on the ground in the Ukraine, trying to get dirt on Hunter Biden and all that. But all that aside, yeah, we are on the cusp of some something pretty ugly happening there, because it's going to lead to loss of life. Ukraine is a sovereign nation, formerly part of the Soviet Union, and Vladimir Putin invading a sovereign nation here, not part of the United Nations, but the United Nations is on standby, and not a pleasant situation going down in the Ukraine. And I want to give a shout out to Denny's joining the stream. Denny's in Iowa, or Dennis. Is that Dennis? Or are you named after one of my favorite place to get pancakes? Rob Schaefer says we can't just leave the Americans in Ukraine without support in getting out, can we? That isn't good. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is to get the Americans out. It seemed like that's what they were handling this weekend. Absolutely, yeah. But it is a bit of a nightmare situation. And this just in, Biden to speak with Ukrainian leaders to discuss Russia-Ukraine tensions. This is also trending. U.S. President Joe Biden will speak with European leaders on Monday to discuss the ongoing tensions between Russia and Ukraine, including, by the way, it's Ukraine, not the Ukraine. Don't get it twisted. I used to make that mistake. I might still make it sometimes, but then, oh yeah, it's not the Ukraine. Biden will speak with European leaders on Monday, that is today, to discuss the ongoing tensions between Russia and Ukraine, including Russia's military buildup on Ukraine's borders. The White House said this comes after the U.S. ordered the relatives of its embassy staff to leave the Ukraine, citing fears a Russian invasion could come at any time. UK officials announced that half of its embassy staff working in Kyiv will return to the UK. Russia has denied, again, it's denying it's planning an invasion. Meanwhile, they are surrounding them. So that is our current nightmare situation in the Ukraine. Just fingers crossed. I mean, it's pretty nasty. So hopefully that developing situation. If there's any news, we'll mention it. Let's move over to something a little bit more pleasant than the situation in the Ukraine. Oh, countries invading other countries? Ugh, a downer. Am I right? Maybe we need a little pick-me-up in the form of National Compliment Day. That's right. Travis, it's National Compliment Day. Spread joy, give a compliment to celebrate National Compliment Day. Oh boy, let's take a look at this. Let's dive in. Travis, what do you got to say?
Looking good, pal.
Thank you, Travis. Travis, allow me to give you a compliment.
All right.
Travis, you're the best Chiron guy in the biz.
He knows where to get me.
So it is National Compliment Day. But by the way, Travis and I have talked about this several times. These national special days, like National Pancake Day, National Kitty Cat Day, National Executive Assistants Day, National Postal Workers Day, Grandparents Day. I guess Grandparents Day came out because you have Mother's Day, Father's Day. Oh, let's put the grandparents in. The National Thai Food Day, National Hockey League Day, National Women's Day, National Men's Day, National Babies Day, National Bicycle Day, National Bridge Day. Walk across a bridge. It's National Bridge Day. Pick a flower. It's National Flower Day. Pick your nose. It's National Pick Your Nose Day. It seems like every time we're logging on now, there's a national day. Whose decision? What rates that it should be like National blah 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 day? Like, it seems a little arbitrary, but you know what? It gives us more stuff to talk about on the Your Pal Hal show. So for that reason, I am going to accept it and dive in. Let's see some of these compliments that are trending. Oh, Grass Puddle brings up a goodie. Aye, matey. National Pirate Day is a blessing indeed, because me loves to talk about pirates and pirate booty. Aye. Well, I always like to talk about booty. Hey-o! That's what I'm talking about. Yee. All right, Travis, roll the compliments. Roll the compliments. You are worthy. National Compliment Day. Who's that? Master Chief? There you go.
Not really, but basically.
Who? Okay, there we go. So yes, very nice. Hey you're the best. Pay a compliment forward to spread the joy. Happy National Compliment Day. Very nice, very nice. Krispy Kreme UK. I didn't even know Krispy Kreme was across the pond. All right. Go global, Krispy Kreme. Why, yes. John Fugelsang, comedian and political commentator. Why, yes, I do engage in total obsequious, insincere flattery, and you're just so brilliant to have noticed. National Compliment Day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Time for the holidays says. Well, first off, time for the holidays. We're a little past your time because the holidays have passed. But today on January 24th, you are urged to compliment somebody, spread some positivity today, and make someone feel good about themselves. This day was created by Kathy Chamberlain of Hopkinton, New Hampshire, and Debbie Kaufman of Concord, New Hampshire in 1998. You're pretty, you're cute, you're wonderful, you're dazzling, and so on and so forth. Very nice. Stunning.
I guess 1998 probably, that feels long enough. Like, all right, this doesn't feel it feels arbitrary in general, but not like, it's it's pick a day this month in the year of our Lord. It's like 1998 every day. That feels almost like a real fake holiday.
Wait, what are you saying?
Well,
Because
because
it's been
it's,
around since then. It's like established enough. You're saying,
I
so it's
guess,
like
I
a
mean,
holiday.
something about it being that old makes it feel more like, well, okay, if we keep doing it every year, which honestly, this is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know, but like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not nothing.
I guess, yeah, it's been around for 23 years now. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm still on the fence about like how long has National Pirate Day, Talk Like a Pirate Day, been around?
I
How long
feel
is
like
National
that was like
Pancake Day?
2000. I remember that. I remember when that really kind of blew. I feel like it was like 2011, but it's probably older than that. Hold on, let's find that out. Our day is on September and 1995, even older.
Wow.
Yeah. Parodic holiday created in 1995 by John Bauer and Mark Summers of Albany, Oregon, who proclaimed September 19th of each year as the day when everyone in the world should talk like a pirate.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
So even that has an
Um,
even more legitimate claim.
National Pancake Day began in 2005. Like, this is all arbitrary. Um, I
Yeah.
mean, good for everybody. You know,
It's just
good for
in
you. You got the
good for
day you
everybody.
wanted, but it's a little bit arbitrary. But why can't you know what? If you need this day to make you yourself feel more special, and it's not hurting anybody, listen. If it if it ain't hurting and it's actually helping a little bit, then you know ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to be mad at that. You feel me? I'm not trying to be
100%.
mad. What? You know what? Life's too short to be mad at people just doing something moderately pleasant to make themselves happy.
That just makes you a Scrooge.
Yeah, just makes me.
Yeah.
Am I the Scrooge of National Compliment Day?
I feel like you were more the Scrooge of like National Pharmacist Day. And
No,
actually,
I
no,
called.
you were decidedly not the Scrooge of National Pharmacist Day.
Yeah, I called a
Yeah.
pharmacist to wish them well, and they didn't even know. Here's the
Yeah.
thing: if that's calls the whole thing into
Hmm.
question. Like, if you're a pharmacist, like if it's your day and you don't even know,
Yeah.
then bad job at promoting the day. First off, people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need to like you need to work on your branding.
This holiday needs better PR.
Yeah, for real. Especially also if you've been around for 23 years and today's the first day I'm ever hearing of it, step your game up.
Yeah.
Like, weak sauce. Let's read a couple more of these compliments.
This is a fun one. It's like a pull number tab.
Sure, sure. Take
Take
a
a compliment.
compliment. You are a great friend, amazing, brave, intelligent, funny, talented, sunshine. You are sunshine. Inspiring, strong, one of a kind. Well, all of the listeners and viewers of the Your Pal Hal show embody all of these traits. I just want to say that. Hema in New York joining the party. Hema, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. And just a reminder to everybody, we are going through some trending topics on Twitter. Right now, we are reading some of the interesting entries to the hashtag National Compliment Day. National Compliment Day. Let's take a look at a few more of these, Travis, before we move on. Make a splash. Okay. Make a splash in someone's world by sharing some kind words on National Compliment Day. Pixar chiming in. Pixar, and I believe those are images from the movie Luca. Or yeah. I value your friendship more than all the fish in the sky. Okay. You've transformed me. I think it says. And then it's fantastic having a friend like you. So shoehorn a fish-themed pun into your National Compliment Day. The Elder Scrolls says, when everyone in town notice you've leveled your athletics. National Compliment Day. Power Rangers chime. Wow, all like a lot of these kids' franchises are chiming in. Ranger Nation, we think you're out of this world. Now get out there and tell someone how amazing they are. National Compliment Day. Shouldn't the Power Rangers be busy fighting the Zorg? Who do they fight, Travis? Who do the Power Rangers?
Zorg. Goodness, it's been so long.
Like a monster. They should be fighting some kind of space monster.
There's like the lady witch that lives on the moon, and she always
Who's the
brings
Zorg?
There's the big.
Is that like their boss?
Yeah, that's the guy that Bryan Cranston played as Zordon, if I'm remembering correctly.
Zordon.
Okay. And then they fight the Mega Zords, or the big transformery mechs that they jump in.
Gotcha. Yeah, wow. I knew there's definitely some ZOR dot going on with the Power Rangers.
The peak 90s, we're going to really use the letter Z and X and everything.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. Hello Kitty chiming in. It's really? National Compliment Day. Tag your BFF to share a compliment.
I honestly do appreciate that. I mean, for one, it's all marketing, but like all the kids of all the marketing that's 2 kids, 4 kids, like, it's great. Good for them. That's not a bad message.
Listen, we need more compliments out in the world. That's for sure. Especially like we live in a rude and day and age where people are just quick, like knee-jerk, nasty reactions to each other. So a little bit more compliments out there goes a long way. A national UN Women, the United Nations Women. While the United Nations is amassing troops to send to the Ukraine, the UN Women. On National Compliments Day, let's say no to sexist language in the workplace. That's a good idea. Let's go over this do's and don'ts, ways to compliment women. All right? Here we go. I'm going to read a Travis. Let's do this together.
Love to.
I'm going to read the don't, and then you read the do. Okay?
Great. Yeah.
I'm going to read the don't, you read the do.
I love the first one so much.
You know, you looked great in that dress during your presentation. That's a don't.
That's a don't. That's a don't. And the do is just to remove the dress consideration entirely. Your presentation was great.
That's a do. That's a do. All right. Here's a don't. You're really good at blank for a girl.
You're really good at blank.
That's a do.
That's a do.
Remove for a girl.
Yeah.
All right. Just tell the person, tell the woman that she's got the skills.
Yeah.
Don't qualify it in some sort of gender or sex way. Doofus. All right.
Idiot.
Jerk. Here's one more. This is a don't. I'm surprised you can balance your work and family life.
Instead, try, thank you for your commitment to our work.
Yeah, Rob says he's not sure how the third one is a compliment. You know, if someone has a lot going on, then maybe I've seen I have friends and who are parents, and they have to juggle, and they're very good at it. I'm impressed by just how even keeled they are. But that last do, thank you for your commitment to our work. Yeah, it's a little bit okay, that's the bare minimum. But But yeah, don't be a sexist douchebag. I can get behind that all day long. I can get behind that all day long. Don't be a sexist uh, dork. All right. I had to teach. I taught and worked with folks back in my corporate days. Back in I was in the corporate world for a hot minute doing HR, and I helped lead these HR presentations and try to get people to not be insensitive monsters. Don't be an insensitive monster in the workplace. Uh, Welcome to our presentation: How Not to Be an Insensitive Monster. Uh, there you go. There you go. Spreading the good word. Any more compliments worth reading there, Travis? Let's take a look before we move on. Taking a peek at National Compliment Day. Pay it forward, folks. Listen, compliment somebody today. Walk into the CVS or the Rite Aid and compliment the clerk. When you're filling up gas, compliment the next guy over. Go over to your neighbor's house. Walk in their living room. Compliment them. Walk into a place of business. Scream compliments at the top of your lungs. Skip down the street, extolling the drivers of the cars that are going past. Go walk into traffic. Walk down the yellow line in the middle of the street, handing out compliments to all the passersby. It's National Compliment Day!
Speaking of, I think I found my favorite one so far.
SCS Software. It's National Compliment Day. This is the perfect opportunity to brighten someone's day and compliment their trucking skills. Tag a friend in the comments and give them the credit they deserve. That's so specific.
I love that so much.
Uh,
You know what, Mom? You're a great trucker.
yeah. Rob Schaefer, want to compliment you on your trucking skills. Dude can truck. And the thing that makes it just like one level weirder is that the post is about complimenting on trucking, but it comes from a software company. Like, I don't know how this software company is ingrained in and involved in trucking. Do they have that much software that it's just being trucked constantly? I mean, yeah, you got to get your software from point A to point B. That's for dang sure. Anyway, happy National Compliment Day, everyone. Spread a comment. Stacy, welcome to the party. Great to see you, Stacy. Stacy's dad can drive a truck. Very nice. And also, Stacy hanging out with Tracy. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Thank you for hanging out with us. And Stacy, you're a fantastic friend to the show. And Stacy, I want to say I'm very impressed by your Special Olympics skills and the fact that you were there. So, Stacy, thank you for being a great pal. I appreciate you on National Compliment Day. We are live. It is 11:45. Davey just joined the stream. Davey, great having you here. And everybody, I am thrilled to be hanging out with you. It is 11:45 on the West Coast here in the home office in Los Angeles, California. We are going to be rocking and rolling here until 1 p.m. 1 p.m. on the West Coast. It is 2:45, now 2:46 on the East Coast. We'll be with you till 4 o'clock there. It is 1:46 in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Rob Schaefer, and we will be with you till 3 o'clock there. And it is 7:46 p.m. in jolly old England. We will be talking with you until 9 p.m. British time. And got a couple more trending topics to get to. Okay, so Sarah Palin. So Sarah Palin is in the news again, unfortunately. So Sarah Palin is is suing the New York Times for either for libel or yeah, she's taking them to court. So Sarah Palin's libel case against the New York Times begins on Monday. The trial comes at a time when those who argue that the news outlet should pay a higher price for getting something wrong have become more emboldened. So I don't know how similar this is to the Hulk Hogan Gawker case, but I mean it's different, but it's at the same time it's getting it's taking news outlets to task. Oh, thank you, Stacy, for potential wrongdoing. Um, so Sarah Palin is saying that an article or an opinion article in the New York Times caused her undue financial loss and a hit to her reputation. And but now, as the trial is set to begin, Sarah Palin has just been diagnosed with COVID. Um, all right. All right, so here's an article from Reuters, news outlet. Sarah Palin, the former Alaska governor and 2008 Republican vice presidential nominee, has spent 4.5 years battling the New York Times over an editorial she falsely linked to a deadly Arizona mass shooting that left a U.S. congresswoman seriously wounded. So here's what happened. The New York Times posted an article highlighting potentially dangerous advertising put out by Sarah Palin's campaign, and where it showed different states and different political battles and election battles, battleground states, and they had them in a crosshairs, like a rifle scope. And then they're saying that is some dangerous imagery, and it puts some potentially dangerous ideas in people's minds. And in I guess it was 2011, Gabby Giffords, the congresswoman from Arizona, was shot, and she's been recovering from that over the years, but it did just horrific permanent damage to Gabby Giffords, who is married to the current Arizona senator now, the astronaut. What's his name? Mark. It escapes me right now. But yeah, so that imagery of, I mean, we live in dangerous political times. I mean, you have something as heavy-handed and on the nose as Rudy Giuliani being in the middle of a January 6th rally saying trial by combat. Yeah, dangerous. But then you have, this imagery. It's, people will take things literally. People don't understand metaphor or nuance sometimes. So the New York Times called her out. She's taking them to court for that. And the court trial is delayed because Sarah Palin has COVID. The trial before the U.S. District Judge, Jed Rakoff, marks a rare instance of a major media company defending its editorial practices before an American jury. Opening statements could take place as soon as Monday following jury selection. Palin bears the high burden of showing by clear and convincing evidence that there was actual malice involved in the paper's editorial writing process. This is a lawsuit over an editorial, essentially an opinion. So an editorial is different, by the way, than a news article. Like, it's an opinion piece. This is a potentially dangerous area, said Roy Guterman, a Syracuse University and law communications professor. If we give public officials a green light to litigate on editorials they disagree with, where's the end? That's a great point. Freedom of the press is an important thing. That's the First Amendment. That's what this country is founded on. Palin, 57, has accused the Times of defaming her in a June 14th, 2017 editorial linking her political action committee, her PAC, to the 2011 mass shooting in an Arizona parking lot that left 6 people dead and then U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords wounded. Palin is seeking unspecified damages, but according to court papers, has an estimated $421,000 in damage to her reputation. The editorial said the link to political incitement was clear in the 2011 shooting, and that the incident came after Palin's PAC circulated a map putting 20 Democrats, including Giffords, under stylized crosshairs. That's right. So that's pretty freaking dangerous. Rob Schaefer says there has to be some merit to her case if the Times didn't win on a summary judgment motion. So, yeah, enough for it to go to trial. So, yeah, slippery slope, but it's, yeah, dangerous precedent. Long McMillan, thank you for chiming in. And thank you to our friends here who speak the Cyrillic, who use the Cyrillic alphabet. Thank you, Travis. Very nice. Long McMillan, good to have you here. Mark Kelly. Thank you, Tim. Tim in New Hampshire. Mark Kelly. Yes, very nice. Stacy chiming in. Stacy, multi-talented, our friend Stacy in Texas. She can sing as well. Stacy, what's your favorite song to sing? Let us know. Tim in New Hampshire. Yes, sir. Definitely talking about Mark Kelly. Thank you for that. Former astronaut and husband to Gabby Giffords, Mark Kelly. So I'll be keeping my eye on this trial. I think it's a slippery slope because, one of the great things about this country is that you can criticize people, you can criticize politicians, and the right that come with the First Amendment, and to be able to sue someone for an editorial, which is an opinion piece, that seems like a slippery slope to me. But we shall see. It will be litigated in the courts. And finally, in some more lighthearted news, we saw Pixar chiming in on National Compliment Day about with some memes there, paying people compliments. Now, someone has put up a list of Pixar films, and they're saying pick 5. So, Travis, can you bring up this list that was trending of Pixar films? I have seen most Pixar films. I've seen a lot. I haven't seen all. But it says, wow, you can only say 5? That's a lot to pick. All right. 5 of these Pixar films. Which 5 do I want to... Which 5? Okay. I am going to go with, out of all of these Pixar films, I'm going to go with Inside Out. I'm going to go with Coco. Toy Story 3. Incredibles 2. And do I want to go Encanto maybe? Encanto is really good. Either Encanto or Soul. Soul, I liked Soul. I think that's and then a bunch of these I also haven't seen. I like Moana too. I like Moana too. Travis, do you have any thoughts on this? Any Pixar films that you're like, oh, it's got to be there?
Our lists aren't too dissimilar. I would go, let's see, and a lot of these, boy, since this is all we could agree, probably B tier Pixar movies I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Inside Out for sure. That's my number one
Yep.
as well. That's my number one seed. Inside Out, Soul. I really, really like Soul. That's just a me thing. I haven't seen Coco yet. I'm gonna throw it in there just because I know it's good. Enough people that I trust have said they like it a lot. I'm gonna go Wreck-It Ralph. Had a great time with that. And then Toy Story 3 because that was really, really good. That's tricky though
Yeah.
because you're leaving out Brave, you're leaving out Encanto, the new one, you're leaving out Moana and Frozen, both Frozens, Entangled.
Stacy chiming in. She loves Toy Story 1 and 2.
Great.
Um, oh, one of her favorite songs is to sing is called "A Little Piece." A Little Piece. Very nice.
Hmm.
Very nice. Shout out to our old pal Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy in the house. Vermont represent. Great to see you here, Bruce. And for anybody who's hanging out with us, let us know what your favorite Pixar movie is. If you or if you can see this list that we're talking about, if you want to let us know a few favorites of yours, they're saying save five. Please chime in. We want your communication right here on the Your Pal Hal Show. And you can do that a couple of different ways if you are hanging out with us on your smart device. Get your smart device's attention. Use the magic word say, and then say anything after that. Smart device, say Cars 3 is my favorite movie of all time. Then I'd be like, what the what now? All right, you're going to have to sell me on that. Or smart device say, Hal, your list is spot on. Using the magic word say and then putting in whatever you want after that. Or go to your keyboard. Let us know your thoughts on YouTube. You can chat with us on YouTube. Or go to backchannel.tv, and communicate with us there. Now is the time of the show when we like to do a little bit of a deep dive, into a Twitter account, into a trending topic, into a hashtag. We go down the rabbit hole and let you know what we're thinking. Oh, Stacy chiming in likes a little Monsters Inc. there. This is our Twitter account deep dive, and I know a lot of people have made. This is January. We are still in a month of New Year's resolutions. And Grass Puddle, surprised there's no Wall-E on the list. Yes, some of the it's mostly sequels on that list. And then some B-sides. Like there was no Toy Story 1 and 2 on the list. There were yeah, so not everything was there, but Wall-E is a strong contender, Grass Puddle. So today, because it's January, the month of New Year's resolutions still, and because this place is a world of its own. Planet Fitness! We are going to take a look at the Twitter account belonging to Planet Fitness. Now, I will say this. This is neither here nor there, but I've only been in a Planet Fitness once. And I was driving and I had a long trip, like an hour and a half in my car each way to I had to run an errand to go pick some stuff up and do a thing. So anyway, I pulled over and I went into a Planet Fitness and asked them if I could use the restroom. They said no. I really had to go. So I asked them if I could can I purchase a 1-day pass to just get in there or something? No. That's my sad Planet Fitness story. They wouldn't let me use the restroom. And maybe, is that good security practice? I don't know. Maybe I should have asked for a tour. That's what I should have done. I should have gone in. I should have gone into the Planet Fitness, like doing the potty dance, but keeping it under control. So I would have been like, I would love to sign up for a membership. Can you just give me a tour of the facilities, please? Okay, great, great. Let's start with the. Is there like a locker room area or something? Great, great. And these bathrooms. The bathrooms all here work. Great. Okay, good, good. And you know what? Just gonna test one out. Just gonna test it out. I'm on the tour. Give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna test out the old urinal to make sure everything is up to code, so to speak. All right, now if you'll excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. And then be like, okay, all right, ready for the rest of the tour? You know what? Actually, seen everything I need to see. I am so close to getting a membership. Let me just go home and think about it. Talk to the wife. Run it up the flagpole. See if anybody salutes. Maybe phone a friend. Talk to my mom. Consult my pastor. Talk to a rabbi. Maybe get in touch with a Muslim cleric. Meditate on it. Talk to a monk. Talk to my yoga instructor. Burn some sage. Ask Jeeves. Google it. Put it out to my Facebook fam. Ask some random schmuck walking down the street. Then I'll get back to you. Peace out. I should have run that ruse. Should have run that ruse. Oh, my mom said sounds good. Deborah Rudnick in the house. Great seeing you, Mother. Mother, I love you. Not afraid to say it. Love you, Mom. But yeah, that was my Planet Fitness story. They would not let me use the bathroom in the time of need. So, Grass Puddle says, I once walked into a strip club to use the bathroom. They let me walk in and even refused my offer to pay the cover. Nicer than Planet Fitness. Wow. Grass Puddle chiming. That, you know what? Fascinating. Fascinating. Grass Puddle once walked into a gentleman's club to use the restroom, and they could not have been nicer. Planet Fitness? Nope. So, as I read these, that's going to be in the back of my head. Planet Fitness. All right, let's see what Planet Fitness has to offer, Travis. Thank you. Planet Fitness, your fitness is essential. Their bio says, we're here to get real about fitness. Yeah, not about letting people use the restroom, though, for crying out loud. Those unrealistic fitness standards you see, they're all, okay, I can say this, but I'm going to say it carefully. They're all bullfit. You know what? I'm not sure I like that's. I don't know how professional that is. Oh my goodness, they've really adopted this slogan, and we're here to stop the bullfit. I don't know. Not crazy about that phrase. Oh, there's something about that seems like low-hanging fruit. Like it's not that clever. Also, I don't like it when I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little crabby about that, but I'm not feeling bullfit. Travis, where are you on bullfit?
I don't like Planet Fitness so thoroughly that my opinion is never going to be valid in this. It's completely biased.
Right, right.
Planet Fitness to me is a stupid place.
Tim is saying, I forgot to ask I should ask the Magic 8 Ball about my Planet Fitness decision as well. Very nice. Planet Fitball, Planet Fitball, Planet Fit, Planet Bullfit has 150,000 followers. That is more than some, less than others. All right, let's, okay, first, right out of the gate, workout hack. A good mystery podcast will turn any treadmill run into a race to save the life of save your life from a dastardly villain. All right, I like a workout podcast. I like listening to podcasts when I'm exercising. Hitting the ellipticals with the bestie, like. All right, so they're memeing. They're out here memeing. They're out there having fun. I like a little bit of fun. You got a couple of, what are those, storks? A couple of storks just scurrying across the water. Are those storks or herons? Either storks or herons. There we go. I like a nice animal meme. Planet Fitness says, focus on the important things this year. Pizza and perfect playlists. All right, yeah, you can eat more pizza if you're crushing it at Planet Fitness. When you try to take a sip of water while you're running, doof, oops. Yes,
that's kind
Travis.
of the whole. Not to take us back a tweet, but that's wow. That hamster ate it.
Yeah.
Their whole bit is like, yeah, don't even worry about. Like they have pizza at the front desk all the time for people to just have.
Really?
Yeah, that's like the whole. So they end up. Their whole bit is they're so anti gym culture. They kind of end up eating their own tail and become an exaggeration of the idea of unrealistic standards.
Oh, wow.
They're like
Interesting.
actively dissuading people from trying super hard to the point where they will have an alarm like a Chuck E. Cheese that goes off if someone drops the weights too hard.
Huh.
Yeah, called the lunk alarm. And their whole bit was like, this is a gym where you don't have to worry about people who are very, very serious about like weightlifting and fitness because they're all jerks. And it's like, this feels just, you're achieving the opposite here.
Huh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you just, I want a gym. Like, I haven't belonged to a gym in years. I exercise on my own modestly. And, but like, I want a gym where you have people who are in great shape and then newbies as well.
It's the same energy of the people that get on the internet and call the Super Bowl sports ball.
Gotcha.
You know, that's the vibe it is for me at least, and therefore,
I mean, I like keeping it a judgment-free zone. They're big on that, right?
that's the idea. But it goes. That's what I'm saying. Kind of ends around to where they end up judging you for taking it seriously.
Gotcha. All
Yeah.
right. Noted. Yeah, I've seen those. Have you ever seen those memes like POV walking into Planet Fitness, and then it's a guy like practicing on the floor like he's gonna scale a building, like a woman with nunchucks,
Yep.
and then people using the machines wrong.
Yep.
All right, let's keep scrolling. Yeah, if you can find that, if you can find that meme, that's very fun. If it's suitable, if it's suitable for sharing. Loving dry January. We gave up judgment. Not that we've ever had it. Okay. Yeah. Listen, you do you. If you want to do dry January, great. If you want to do soaking wet January, great. If you want to do WAP January, I'm here for that too. Motion to make the first Friday of the year National Rest Day. And there is the Planet Fitness barrister or judge in his purple powdered wig. Very nice. Hey, Rob Schaefer, you got any information on powdered wigs for barristers and judges? I always found that interesting. Thank you, Rob Schaefer. Okay. Yes, there he is. Looking a little bit, Planet Fitness, keeping it non-judgmental. Maybe let's keep the judge out of your off the timeline. All right. Is there anyone more judgmental than a judge? It's literally in their name. So, yeah. Keep it moving, Planet Fitness. All right, Travis, anything else here on Planet Fitness? Any other tweets? Any other tweets from these guys? Walking into Planet Fitness for the first time. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Whoa, yeah. Rappelling practice. What is this guy? Swimming practice. What? Yeah. Oh, wow. That guy was training to fight 9 guys. This person is doing some fabulous dancing. There you go. There you go. Bring back the judge. The judge needs to be like, all right, all of those, declare a mistrial. I think a mistrial needs to be declared at Planet Fitness. Scrolling. Name a resolution harder than remembering your headphones for every gym sesh. We'll wait. Oh, preach, Planet Fitness. Not like there have been no. Here's the thing from Planet Fitness, and this connects with what Travis was saying. There have been no like real fitness tips. They're keeping it light. They're keeping it almost a little too fun. All right? So, yeah, that vibe checks out. When it's the first Wednesday of 2022 and you're still processing the last Wednesday of 2020, cat meme. Everybody loves a cat meme. Can't go wrong with a cat meme. Only one kind of energy we're bringing into 2022. Okay. It's finally 2022. Got to get off with some fit-tacular feels. Oh, yeah, Dennis Rodman. Is now in the Planet Fitness commercials. There you go. And here's to a fit-tacular new year. Great. To quote Christian Bale, oh, good for you. Yeah, just bringing in fit-tacular vibes. Fit-tacular. Oh, Planet Fitness sponsored Times Square New Year's Eve for somebody. New Year's Rockin' Eve. Who's that? Is that formerly, was that formerly Dick Clark, now Ryan Seacrest, I think? There you go. I think we get the Planet Fitness vibe. Just a couple things. Maybe don't be so lax about it, because if I'm joining, I want to get in shape. Also, let people use your restrooms. This is just a public service announcement. And also, I often will shamelessly beg for sponsors on this show. Planet Fitness, I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't accept your sponsorship, but you turning me away from using the restroom, I will not beg. Planet Fitness. Won't do it! That was your Twitter deep dive into the Twitter account of Planet Fitness. Listen, they're having too much fun. They might be having so much fun that they forgot to work out. Thank you, everybody. It is 12:15 in the home office in Los Angeles, California. It is 3:15 on the East Coast, and it is 2:15 in Omaha, Nebraska. Going up till 4 p.m. on the East Coast, 3 p.m. in Omaha, Nebraska, and 1 p.m. on the West Coast. Oh, and by the way, it is 8:16 in the UK. We'll be going up till 9 p.m. in the UK. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with Your Pal Hal, listening to the Your Pal Hal show, and I appreciate you being here. If you want to talk to us, if you want to give us some thoughts. Oh, by the way, Trey has joined the conversation. Thank you for being here, Trey. If you want to communicate with us, let us know your thoughts on Planet Fitness. Let us know your thoughts on Pixar movies, anything at all. Go ahead and join the conversation. You can do that by using getting the attention of your smart device. Use the magic word "say," and then put in anything after that. So, smart device, say, "I belong to 24-hour fitness," or smart device, say, "I've never worked out in my life," or smart device, say, "Planet Fitness, enough with the bull fit. Enough with the bull fit." And you can also communicate with us by going to YouTube, chatting with us there, or go to backchannel.tv, and drop in your comments and leave a review of the Your Pal Hal show. And you can be in that review. You can express your point of view of whether you're pro Planet Fitness, anti Planet Fitness, or really could care less about Planet Fitness. It is 12:17 now, and we will continue onward with a look at the weekend box office. What was the haul? What did they come down with? How did they finish? The top 5 films domestically. We saw a little switcheroo. At the top from last Monday's recount of the Twitter weekend. And let's see what else happened this past weekend. All right. Coming in at number 5. This movie came out around Christmas, and it's still hanging around in the top 5. You know, that's because January, often a dead zone for films. And coming in with 1.8 million, The Kingsman. That's right. Kingsman still hanging around. The first one was The Kingsman. Second one was Kingsman 2, I think. Or The Kingsmen. I'll have to look that up. And the third one, the singular, Kingsman. Still making a little money at the box office, 1.8 million. Next up, a film that just opened, a heavy historical drama called Redeeming Love. Not too familiar with it, but that came in at a cool 3.7 million. Family film. Been out for a few weeks, also since Christmas. Sing 2. Part of the popular Sing franchise. Yeah, the first one was sort of a pandemic sleeper hit. And Sing 2 coming in third this past weekend at $5.7 million. And then we had a flip-flop at the top. In its second week, Scream coming in second. And this past weekend, it took in $12.4 million, so still having a decent showing. It opened at $30 million, unseating a film that had been on top for a while, big movie. And it's currently at $51 million, $51 million total earnings. And coming in first, no surprise, Spider-Man, No Way Home. So I'm going to look up the box office here. So it's marching towards $1 billion domestically. I don't know if it'll quite make it. It's going to have to, it's starting to slow down, and it's got a little ways to go. So domestically, Spider-Man No Way Home, it's a phenomenon. it's earned $721 million domestic gross. Internationally, huge, $970 million. So it's going to hit $1 billion internationally, and worldwide, yeah, massive, 1,691,110,988. There you go. There you go. Those are your top 5 films at the box office. Top 5 films at the box office this past weekend. And the top 2 again, Spider-Man No Way Home, 14.1 million this past weekend, edging out Scream, which had Scream knocked it out of its top spot last weekend, but taking it back this weekend. There you have your top 5 movies. As we get into February, we're going to start seeing some big releases coming out, some more popular films. But yeah, the January notable for being just a slow month. Slow month movie release wise. All right, I wanted to talk about a couple different shows. I want to shift gears here and just give you some recs and reviews. So we're going to talk about a couple different programs and give you some stuff to look for. Okay? Very nice. So we're going to give you some stuff to look for in regards to your viewing. And yeah, if you're going to do some binge watching, you know what? You could do worse than taking a look at some of the shows that I'm going to talk about right now. First off, oh, and by the way, if you want to hear more about pop culture, streaming reviews, streaming news, and some goofs and gags, give a listen to the podcast I co-host every week with my friend Lon Harris, one of the smartest guys talk about streaming and pop culture I know of, and deftly produced by the one and only producer Travis. Binge Boys. You can find Binge Boys wherever you get your podcasts, brought to you by Starburns Audio. Very nice. All right, so one show that I think I touched on earlier, maybe a few weeks ago, but I just finished watching all 10 episodes of this show, and I thought overall it was just a lovely, thoughtful take and a fresh take on a well-trod genre. I'm talking about a show called Station 11. And Station 11 is available on HBO Max and HBO. It's got 98% critical score on the tomato meter here, 74% audience score. And so dystopian futures, this genre where the world has just gone to pot. The world has fallen into some sort of calamity, and everyday life has changed as we know it. We've seen this many, many times, with the Walking Dead. We just had a newer show called Why the Last Man. And then so many movies deal in some sort of apocalyptic or new world order or some sort of reorganization of the world. Like, from the Hunger Games to Terminator to, like, we are in these different dystopian, the opposite of a utopia, a dystopia, like kind of a frightening new world order or change in daily life. Station 11 does that, and it does it in like a weird kind of familiar way because it deals with a pandemic that gets just incrementally just worse and worse, and then becomes blown out of proportion. It gets extremely communicable. Diseases are spread very easily, and people start dying like that. And Station 11 does it in an interesting way. It's relatable to an extent because it has that eerie thing in common with our pandemic, in as much as it does cover a pandemic, but this is a totally different thing. It ends life as we know it. And then it has these multiple timelines. It goes to right before the pandemic started, to in the middle of like the beginning of the pandemic, to 20 years later. And the thing about this show, it's a snapshot of some people who have survived, and it's mostly focused on more of the kindness and the survival and people's connections in this pandemic and in this dystopian new world order, this dystopian future, and the way people survive by working together. It's almost like a positive dystopian tale. You feel good for the people, their connections, and everyone in this show. It's in miniature. Like, we don't see how the pandemic has affected the rest of the globe. There's one international storyline from one portion of the story. Like I said, it's like 3 different timelines running concurrently. But the main story 20 years later, we meet these people, we see them grow over time, and it's really told in a lovely way. And as like so many other, like, just to compare it with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, no character is safe. They're going to tear your heart out. They're going to make you afraid because it's zombies. This one is more about the human connections. And it's beautifully done. And there's a very satisfying ending to it. So it's weird to say, but it's like a dystopian thriller with a happy ending almost. Worth checking out. It's beautiful, it's soulful. It mainly focuses on a traveling performance and Shakespeare company 20 years after life as we know it has ended. And it's a beautiful story, well told. The human connections are very clear. And yeah, I definitely would suggest and recommend Station 11 as a journey to go on. Another show that I just binged the heck out of this weekend, and this is one of the most popular trending shows on Twitter right now, or sorry, on Netflix right now, Archive 81. Archive 81 is a dark supernatural thriller that is extremely watchable, very fun. It'll suck you in, and it's also kind of frightening. It 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 absolutely is, like, it's dealing with the occult, and it's well, there are a couple of shows that I was kind of comparing it to when I was thinking about it. But yeah, Archive 81, it's claustrophobic, it's frightening, and yeah, it definitely has a vibe of like, yeah, well, one of the producers is James Wan. So it definitely has that like occultish trying to summon otherworldly demons. Maybe there's a little bit of Hereditary in there. It's definitely got the dark occultish vibes to it. So the plot of this story: a film restorer is given some videotapes that were damaged in a fire, and he's contracted to restore these videos that were damaged in this building fire. And it turns out he's got a personal connection to these videos that were damaged in the fire. And it gets crazier and crazier from there. And the actors, the performers in this show are really excellent. It's mostly unknown actors, but the main actor, his name is Mamoudou Athi, who plays Dan Turner, the video restorer in the show. He's fantastic. He spends much of the show like poring over these videotapes that he's given to repair, and he's watching it in real time, and there's like supernatural bizarre stuff happening on these videotapes that he is restored from fire damage. And his acting pulls you in, because oftentimes you're not seeing the videotape first, you're seeing the look on his face as he's absorbing what he's seeing. And he is like a portal into this world, and his face is so expressive. It's really like, it's nerve-wracking to watch, because you see he's watching something that's disturbing or bizarre, and like he is the conduit for this emotion, and then you see what's happening and it pays off. So he's fantastic. There's the main female actor is Dina Shihabi. She's fantastic. And then Martin Donovan, who I remember from the 90s. He was, I don't know if anyone is a fan of the independent filmmaker Hal Hartley, but Martin Donovan, he's been in a lot of other stuff. He's excellent. And it's, frightening and riveting journey into this world of the occult, and it just gets deeper and deeper, and it sets itself up. I'm not going to give anything away, but it definitely sets itself up for season 2. But yeah, if you are into like weird, spooky stuff, like a dark occult kind of journey, and essentially this guy is given these videos to restore, and he finds this woman was doing a video essay and exploring this occult happenings at this apartment building. And it turns out this apartment building has become kind of a hub for some dark occult black magic. And very spooky, worth checking out. And it'll definitely scratch the mystery occult kind of itch. I will say shades of Hereditary. Yeah, when I saw James Wan was one of the producers, didn't surprise me. He's behind The Conjuring and many other horror offerings. So Archive 81, some really dark, just like exciting, fun, engrossing show. Travis?
I would be remiss if I didn't also take a second to plug Archive 81, the podcast, the source material from which the Netflix series was adapted, created by Dan Powell and Mark Solinger, two acquaintances and stalwarts of the fiction podcast community. This is a huge break for them and that little bubble of a creative world at large, and everybody's just tickled pink that it's going over so well.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that, Travis. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, it's remarkable how much it seems like they were able to pull the audio-only medium into something that was so interesting visually. But like you said, James Wan, a team like that, they're going to make it happen.
Absolutely. Some of the best people working in horror, bringing it to life in a new medium. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, Archive 81. You're going to want to check that out. All right, so there's a couple of recommendations for you, a couple good binge watches. Yeah, Archive 81. It's like I think it's 8 episodes, and I burned through it in 2 days. Very nice, very nice. Moving right along, let's talk about this weekend's football activities. It was a huge football weekend. We had 4 games, and every one of these games went down to the wire. Like it might have been one of the best football weekends like I've ever seen. Every game decided by one score, and most of them happening at the they all like last minute victories here. So the first game, it started Saturday, and I was yeah, my predictions did not quite come out as I so if anyone lost money wagering on any of these games from taking my advice, bad job taking my advice. All right, so the Bengals beat the Titans 19-16, and yeah, close game. It looked like the Bengals were going to run away with it, but then the Titans came back, tied it up, but then Bengals took it with a late field goal, and 19-16, taking it by 3 points. Second game on Saturday, 49ers Packers. Low scoring affair. It went into halftime 7-0 Packers because it started to snow and freezy cold Lambeau Field. Looked like Aaron Rodgers was doing just enough to take the number 1 seed, the Packers, over the number 6 seed, 49ers. But the 49ers slowly got back into it, 7-3 after the third quarter. And then it was 10-10, and the 49ers took it. Robbie Gould, their field goal kicker, with time running out on the clock, game-winning field goal. That's it. That is it. With no time left. Aaron Rodgers, maybe his last ever game as a Packer, walking off in snowy Wisconsin. 49ers on the road, big underdog. They take it. They are going to the NFC Championship. And Sunday's games, like the Saturday games, very entertaining. Could not be closer, but low-scoring affairs. That second game, 13-10. Sunday, just nonstop scoring and excitement. Like Saturday was an excellent day of football. Sunday, even better. You had the Rams at the Buccaneers. So I was pulling for LA because that's where the home office is right here. But they were going up against Tom Brady, and I'm like, you know what? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I've doubted Tom Brady before. I'm not going to doubt him again. And this weekend, the Rams were up 27-3. 27-3. And then Tom Brady marched the Buccaneers back. Like, unbelievable. You're like, no, he's not going to do it again. Tom Brady is not going to bring the Buccaneers back. He's not going to bring a team back down by that kind of score, because you flash back the Super Bowl against Atlanta, or not the Super Bowl against the Atlanta Falcons. He brought the Patriots back from 28-0, down 28-0, and he brought them right back to tie. And the Buccaneers, they had all the momentum in the world. And the Rams had enough time left for one possession, and damn it, if Matt Stafford didn't lead them down into field goal range, and they got it. But Tom Brady scored 24 points in the second half of this game. Like he and the Buccaneers, like Brady did everything he could. Some might say, hey, maybe don't wait that long to kind of wake up and get good. But yeah, just short. 30-27, the Rams take it over the Buccaneers. And then in one of the greatest games I've ever seen, in the last minute of play, I think there was like 25 points scored. It was insane. The Bills and the Chiefs. Home game for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bills had them out. Kansas City came back. And then it was touchdown, like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then finally it went to overtime, and the Chiefs took it 42-36. Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs and Bills quarterback Josh Allen just slinging it back and forth. Insane. Like such a great QB play. Both of these guys. And now, because it came out like it did, people are calling for the NFL to re-examine the overtime rules, because as they have it, if you score a touchdown on the first possession of overtime, the other team will not get a chance to counter, and you will they automatically win. But people are saying that the rules should be changed. The rules should be changed because out of fairness, give the other team, because if it's a field goal, the other team will get a shot to come back and kick a field goal. But if it's a touchdown on the first drive of overtime, yeah. So the playoff overtime rules different than the regular season overtime rules there.
Actually, I think that's the same. It's a field goal, you get the ball back. The touchdown, if the first possession of touchdown is scored, that's the end of the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, people really up in arms about that. So your AFC and NFC championships are set. AFC championship, Chiefs Bengals. It'll be the Bengals visiting the Chiefs, and then all California NFC championship, 49ers visiting the Rams. Home game for the Rams, hosting the NFC championship. And then if the Rams win, they will be playing the Super Bowl on their home field. Yeah, Grass Puddle says it right. First drive won by random coin toss. That's it. In overtime, they flip the coin, and there you go. So, but that being said, what a day of football. I mean, the games were too good. Like normally, like at least one of them, it's out of reach. It's just one team has taken it and is above and beyond, has put the game out of reach. But these games just too good to be true. What a game of football. Travis, any other thoughts on any of the football action we saw this past weekend?
Yeah. Saturday night seemed to be, for a lot of us, a national Twitter holiday where we all just spent an hour and a half dunking on Aaron Rodgers. And it was one of my favorite things that's happened in a long time.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, who, really sullied his reputation this year. First off, some of the stuff regarding coming back to the Packers and holding out, put him out of favor with a lot of folks. But then just the way he's handled COVID and being fairly irresponsible and taking the advice of Dr. Joe Rogan, Yeah.
Whew.
He has fallen out of favor with a lot of folks, just kind of just being a doofus and lying about his vaccination status and all that stuff. So yeah, a lot of people are like, "Bye, Aaron. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you." Just and he, and he might very well be the NFL MVP this year. He
May I
led.
perchance share my two favorites that I saw?
Yes, please.
I appreciate that. This one, I still can't comprehend how funny I think this is. Oh, whoops, sorry. It's not the big screen. There we go. Tweet reads from Richard Staff. Congratulations to Jimmy Garoppolo on replacing Dr. Fauci as Aaron Rodgers' least favorite Italian.
That's great. That's great.
And then there was a power ranking of the top 10 Aaron Rodgers nicknames. A few of my
Oh
favorites
boy.
were uh, Rush Lambo.
That's nice. That's
Let's
nice.
see. Bright Bart Star.
Oh,
QB
good.
QB Giuliani.
Nice.
Tuck Rule Carlson.
Oh,
And my personal all-time favorite is Throw Rogan.
awesome. Throw
Yeah.
Rogan. Very good. Yep. Combining anything football or Green Bay related with a conservative commentator or or
Yep.
COVID denier. There you go. There you go. Them some good nicknames. Travis, nicely done, my friend. Nicely done. It is 12:48. Oh, one other sports story. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, I was having some fun on Twitter this weekend looking at uh, John Stockton, one of the great point guards in NBA history. It's like Magic Johnson, John Stockton, Oscar Robertson, who else? Like Isaiah Thomas, like that's like Steph Curry. Yeah, that's kind of like the short list. And you can put them in different order. I think Magic Johnson is universally renowned as the best point guard in NBA history. But like John Stockton, who is a Gonzaga alumni, was was asked to put on a mask at while attending Gonzaga basketball games. And they just have a COVID mask mandate, and he has John Stockton will not wear a mask. And this is one of my tweets, as John Stockton, the NBA's all-time assist leader, because he was good at passing. So I just put, Gonzaga, will you wear a mask? John Stockton, I'll pass. I'll pass. Simple enough. And I had some other people chiming in with some funny stuff. Oh, I also had a couple of other, like John Stockton decided to zig while everyone else zagged, because Gonzaga is known as the Zags. Couple other ones. But it's like, at this point, they're not asking you to get vaccinated, John Stockton. They're just asking you to try to hinder the spread of this virus, this very real virus, by wearing a mask. Vaccinated, don't get vaccinated, totally up to you, John Stockton. Simply putting this on, and for so many people, that is too much. I just find, like, getting the jab in your arm. I obviously am for it. I'm vax, boost, etc. But yeah, you could, if you're not going to do that, at least do a little something to show that you are not a selfish doofus, John Stockton. You could simply wear a mask. Kind of ridiculous. So, but he is not allowed into his alma mater's games without wearing a mask, and yeah, for good reason. It's such a simple thing, a little bit of care, a little bit of social distancing. Simply, sorry for the tiniest inconvenience. Like, there's your freedom, but there's also the greater good. Do right by your neighbor. Okay? You spent so much time assisting others. Maybe assist in the fight for COVID against it. I don't know. And then he said some crazy, wild, out of pocket stuff last year. I don't know if you can bring up this headline, Travis, but John Stockton was part of some anti-Fauci or anti-COVID hoax documentary where he said at least 100 athletes died from the vaccine. Yeah. During the interview, Stockton asserted that more than 100 professional athletes have died of vaccination. He also, if that's, I haven't heard of one. Peru requires double masks or N95. Good on you, Peru. He also said tens of thousands of people, perhaps millions, have died from vaccines. This is a story that I have not heard. Oh yeah, let's see that quote one more time. I think it's highly recorded now. There's 150, I believe now. It's over 100 professional athletes dead. Professional athletes, the prime of their life, dropping dead that are vaccinated right on the pitch, right on the field, right on the court, Stockton said in an interview. Is that a thing? Because I don't think that's a thing. Maybe we don't have the same news source. Maybe I need to look up freedomeagle.net or whatever. So, yeah, John Stockton, good at basketball, bad at the pandemic. Folks, we have reached the end of the Your Pal Hal show. Time for our final segment, which is entitled Rejected segments. You know, we talked about a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff on this show. Now here's a segment that we talked about doing, and we figured for some reason wouldn't quite work. So it's a rejected segment. This is Hal goes over every tool in his Swiss Army knife. And some of this stuff I don't know quite what it is. So yeah. It would just be kind of maybe a little bit boring. I don't know what there is to say about, here is a can opener. This is like a can opener and a screwdriver. I don't know is this one kind of like a small screwdriver? This is a Phillips head. It's a magnifying glass. It would just be on and on. Like, I'm kind of just doing it right now. Like, and there's some things on here, like, I don't know what they are. Like I don't, like, what is this hook used for? Is it? Folks, that is our rejected segment. Your pal Hal examines every tool in the Swiss Army knife. I feel like I'm the Swiss Army knife of broadcasting, your pal Hal. I'll talk about whatever it is, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. Please come on back tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. Thanks to all who've been a part of the show. Thank you to Backchannel. Thank you, producer Travis. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.